You mentioned cocaine. Is that when you started dabbling around that time?
Yeah. I
Okay.
had some of the best time in my life.
Okay. This is the '90s.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Not too far from the '80s, which was
Yeah.
the golden era of
Yeah.
cocaine.
It was beautiful. Mine was L's. I had a fetish with it. I didn't do cocaine that way. I just rolled me a lace blunt. And I got it from my greatest rapper friend, and I looked up to. There's Biggie Small, and he said, "Smoke a L while you do me," and that was just a procedure that a woman gives you oral sex while you smoke a lace blunt, and it takes you back to your childhood. You're racing and it's stinging you high, and at the same time, if she's proficient, it was just a beautiful feeling.
Okay. So, what was your next big break? Because at one point you did Def Comedy Jam.
True.
Was that the big break?
No.
Okay. What was the big break before that?
I never had a big break.
No?
It's just accumulation of just great work all the time. I never host Def Jam. I never host BET Comic View. I never had my own television show. I never co-starred in a television show. I never had a starring role in a movie. Always did cameos. So it's just accumulation of just word of mouth, reconfirming when somebody referred to me, yeah, you right, and that's how it is.
Okay. You had a skit in one of your comedy routines where you said Whitney Houston made you stop using cocaine
Yeah,
after seeing her
yeah,
before she passed.
yes,
She looked bad.
yes. I looked at her like, oh Lord, I need to quit. You see somebody else, you're like, oh shit, God damn. And I knew Whitney because she used to come to my club, her and Bobby Brown.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Bobby B and Whitney was friends way before this. So I knew Whitney in LA. I was there when the shit popped off with Babyface and LA Reid, when Ludacris was on the radio before Love Love. I was doing it when the sound at its infamous, so it was good. So I knew Whitney. I knew Bobby and them. They came to my club. I seen them and everything while they was working with LaFace and all of them. So I seen and to see her come from there to this later, it was like, okay.
Yeah, Whitney was like one of the most beautiful women
In the world.
period.
Yes.
And with a talent to go with it. She
Ooh.
was just like the perfect storm.
Yes. And she hit and she was it. And to see it go that way. And plus like I tell anybody I really stopped using drugs was the reason why I was using it no longer I was benefiting off of it. You know what I'm saying? I was dealing with the residual effects of using it. And it was like, okay, man, you're not getting the results for you using it. Why are you doing it? And then you have to come to, well, maybe you are being addicted to it. So then you're like, all right, I ain't doing it no more. And so I just stopped.
I mean, Bobby had his long history with drugs as well.
Yeah,
that
but
started early. Back in
Yeah,
the
but
New
I'm so
Edition
glad
days.
that it was told that he didn't introduce Whitney to it because that was the narrative.
Yeah, they're saying that she introduced it to him, but
Yeah.
nah, I don't know though.
I do. I think so.
You think so?
Yeah, Bobby was a drinker, and when we was in Atlanta, I seen Bobby a lot. He was not into drugs, like period. And I'm glad that narrative, if anything else came out, that came out.
You had one of your routines where you talked about how crack, has 100 times the prison time of cocaine. So
Yes.
you said if you were ever had to sell crack, that you would sell the baking soda separate. Just give you the instructions to make it yourself.
Yeah, because they're giving you 15 years for the recipe. Because no difference between crack and cocaine is baking soda.
Right.
So it just showed the support. See, that's how they do to our people. We have no problem with the law. We have a problem with the enforcement of the law. Now you're going to give the original ingredients less time than the combination of the ingredients with baking soda, which is sitting there. So if I was a drug dealer, I would have to give them the cocaine and they baking soda and say, you got to cook it for yourself because they're giving a brother 15 years for the recipe.